John C. Maxwell studied successful people for 40 years and discovered one thing they had in common: how they think. In his book, How Successful People Think, he outlines how being a good thinker can be broken down into 11 specific skills. These skills are big picture thinking, focused thinking, creative thinking, realistic thinking, strategic thinking, possibility thinking, reflective thinking, questioning popular thinking, shared thinking, unselfish thinking, and bottom line thinking. Just like musicians playing together in an orchestra, these skills work together to allow a person to become a successful thinker. Many of these skills complement each other. For example, creative thinking, which encourages one to dream the impossible, is complemented by realistic thinking, which keeps ideas grounded. By developing these 11 thinking skills, one can cultivate a balanced and well-rounded approach to becoming a good thinker. Here are 3 big ideas from the book, How Successful People Think. Firstly, the ability to think well can be learned. Some may view the ability to think as something you are innately born with. But the good news is that thinking is a skill. And, like any other skill, it can be developed through deliberate steps and repetition. In other words, you can learn to be a good thinker. However, to do so, you need to put in the hard work and practice. If, for example, you wish to become a good piano player, you would need to practice every day. It is the same with wanting to become a better thinker. Setting aside time each day to hone your thinking skills will eventually pay off. Carrying on the analogy of learning to play the piano, if, for example, your weakness was in playing scales, you would spend more of your practice time on practicing scales. Likewise, everyone has natural strengths and weaknesses when it comes to their thinking skills. Identifying your strengths and weaknesses can allow you to focus your efforts on developing the relevant skills to become a better thinker. To most people, thinking is an individual activity. After all, thinking takes place in your own mind, where you are by yourself with your thoughts. However, social interactions with others can also help you become a better thinker. For example, choosing who you spend time with can make you a more successful thinker. With the right people, you can bounce off ideas and sharpen your thinking. If you want to develop your big picture thinking skills, learning from the experience of others is essential. It will allow you to be more circumspect and take on different points of view. The more you know about the world around you through your social network, the better you will be able to clarify your own goals and dreams, and take on a strategic point of view. Maxwell also describes the skill of shared thinking. This harnesses the thoughts of others and can compound results to get more done quickly. The key to shared thinking is to get the right people to participate in the process, and to make sure their contributions and ideas are valued. Creative thinking is often mistaken as a gift only a few have. However, it is actually a skill that anyone can cultivate. Being able to think creatively comes about by melding ideas together, connecting diverse possibilities and options in order to come up with something fresh. Creative thinking is not the same as original thinking. Creative thinking builds upon the ideas of others to create new value. As Isaac Newton once wrote, "If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants." To become a creative thinker, you must set aside the fear of failure and learn to embrace the unknown. This includes setting aside internal doubts that you may have in your mind. Thoughts like, "It has never been done before," and "It's a silly idea that'll never work." These type of thoughts hamper creative thinking. Instead, explore possibilities by asking questions like, "What is the root of the problem? How can I take a different perspective on this?" Another way to get the creative juices flowing is to get away from your usual routine. Expose yourself to new paradigms by getting out to meet new people, or by learning about a topic that is out of your comfort zone or sphere of expertise. Exploring options and ideas that are out of the box provide more opportunity for creative thinking. Do this consistently and repeatedly, and you will hone your creative thinking skills. These are 3 lessons that can be learned from the book, How Successful People Think. Remember, thinking is a skill, and to become a better thinker, you will need to practice it regularly to cultivate the correct habits and sharpen your skills. Secondly, social interactions are opportunities to become a better thinker. By interacting with others, you can learn from them and get fresh ideas. Finally, creative thinking comes from being open to possibilities and exploring different options. Combining options together can often yield some creative ideas and solutions. With these 3 takeaways in mind, you will be on your way to becoming a successful and better thinker.